everybody, and welcome back to the Jester's Court. My name is Casey Reardon. I am your Dungeon Master. Joining me, as always, we have Rachel Kordell.
Artemis, Alwyn, Kroft. Space, the final frontier.
We have Sky Swanson.
Bratha, Hesk, copyright.
We have Seth Coveyou.
Hi, I'm Seth. I'm playing Barnabus, Fletch, and he talks like this, kind of, I guess. I don't know what the voice is.
We have Andrew Frost.
Hey, I play Leontis, and Master of Disguise is the greatest movie of our generation.
I disagree.
And
well, you're wrong.
And we have Jonas Tintin.
Give it. Hold on, I'll let you redo that.
And we have Jonas Tintenseher.
I'm playing Snøfrid of Åsbrush, and did you know that centaurs are technically insects?
I guess they do have 6 limbs. That is correct.
Jonas, I loved your no again improv.
Do they have...
What? He only said half of my name.
Do they have open circulatory systems?
They have a head, an abdomen, and a thorax, and 6 limbs.
Oh my god.
But what about the exoskeleton?
They have bones.
Last time we left on a little bit of a cliffhanger. The party had just gotten together, meeting at the docks of Windsail, all waiting in line at the Harbor Master, where a rather unruly crowd was gathered. It was then that the Harbor Master came out and said that for some reason, because of bandits, supposedly, all travel in and out of Windsail has been postponed until further notice. The crowd then got super riled up and started to try and break down the door. Hesk, being a big proponent of change, decided to join in with them and try and break down the door, while Artemis, Barnabus, and Leo kind of stood back for a little bit. Snøfrid, however, decided to go in as well and try and calm the crowd originally. And everything was kind of getting a little bit out of hand. What made it worse was when Leo threw a chair at the crowd. And that's where the fight started. After a quick fog cloud spell by Snøfrid, everything sort of became hazy and everyone became even more confused. Barnabus, Leo, and Artemis decided to head back to the loosened buckle to try and regroup and figure out, like, what they should do from here now that they're stuck in Windsail. However, Hesk and Barnabus, as Barnabus was leaving, started to hear this gurgling noise coming from underneath the dock. No. And that's where we are now.
Ooh, I hate it.
I gotta ask, though, do you guys have any theories on what's under the dock here? I'm very curious what you've been thinking for the past week.
I think it's a CR-23 Kraken about to just end the campaign.
It's Leo's box set of de-escalation tactics for beginners. Just slowly drowning under the waves. Chapter 1, when not to throw a chair.
You know what? He's been waiting for that set to arrive for so long now.
You know, I was talking about this the other day. Leo, where'd you even get the chair?
It was there.
It's very rude of you to ask a satyr where he gets his furniture, Casey.
I don't think so. And I was talking to Rachel about this, and honestly, I'm tempted to give you a mundane magic item just based off of that, which is basically a bag of holding that leads to a dimension of furniture. And you can just reach in and grab furniture whenever you want. However, it acts like a video game where after a few seconds, it just dissolves into mist and just disappears.
I love that.
So you can't make like a bridge out of it or anything, but you can always have a piece of furniture if you want it.
Casey,
for a couple seconds.
I've wanted nothing more in my life.
Okay, well, we'll give that to you, and perhaps we'll find other mundane magic items to give
I'm
to people.
so excited for the team up between Leo and Hesk, and we won't know about it until an entire armoire flies across the battlefield.
Yeah,
I'm excited for that.
Very ready for the Chris Hansen impression that's going to happen. Yeah, I have to take a seat right here. And pulls out a chair.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, it's gone. Let me get another one.
Slides in backwards.
I really hope there's going to be fan art one day of Leo sledding down a hill on an armoire. Halfway down the hill, it disappears, and the next panel is just his face slamming into the ground.
Definitely.
And they're just tumbling out of control.
That is perfectly in character.
Yeah, exactly. It would be so great for
It
you.
most certainly is. Well, let's jump back into combat here. We're still fighting this angry mob outside of the Harbor Master, and I believe, yes, we are. Well, I suppose "we" is kind of a general term, right?
As I
Pretty
head
much just
towards-
Hesk and Snøfrid are
As I head
attacking.
towards the loosened buckle, excited for whatever drink I'm going to get.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to decide what drink you're going for.
Yeah. Is it water?
Okay, so I believe we left off on Barnabus just finished his turn, which brings us back to the top of the order with Leo.
So I haven't noticed anything.
You didn't notice
out of
the
the
gurgling.
ordinary.
No, you were already past off the docks, couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, so if that's the case, Leo's just kind of... He's going to keep an eye on Hesk and Snøfrid as they come back over, as they were called. And,
Okay.
yeah, he's just kind of slowly go towards the loosened buckle.
Okay. That brings us to Artemis. Sort of same situation with you. You're already off the docks and heading in that direction.
Yeah, I think I'm just slowly walking. Considering
Just slowly walking.
Slowly. Not you don't even need full movement. Like, I see a rock on the ground, waiting for anything to happen to draw me anywhere.
Right, exactly. Okay, that brings us to the mob's turn, I believe. They are going to go ahead and try and make one attack at each Snøfrid and Hesk once again.
How dare you?
Terribly rude of them.
Bring it on, little people.
So the attack at
Actually, all these are
Hesk.
probably sailors, so they're all probably the size of Hesk as well. Anyway.
Well, maybe not quite the size of
They're
Hesk.
small sailors.
They're
You need
burly.
small sailors to get
That
in
is
Get in the little
That's
crawl
true.
spaces.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
like
don't know.
ancient dock hands.
Top
Those people
Boat
were.
stuff.
They're really all crawl space guys.
So Hess, that's going to be an 18 to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Sure, bro. What
That'll
about hit me? If I had gone with a shield instead of more damage, that wouldn't have
that's
hit
going to
me.
be 7 to you, Hesk. 7 damage.
I'm only level 2.
And it's also going to be a 18 to hit you, Snøfrid.
I could die.
Oh, no.
Can't you like cast shield or something?
I
Don't
could,
you-
but that's my last spell slot.
ain't
so
you
I'm
like a
wondering-
wizard or something?
I'm wondering whether or not to waste it.
Is it a waste?
If you
Keeps
have a
alive?
chance to die, I think that's a good reason.
Well, I don't know
It's
what
a
you-
good excuse.
spell.
I don't know how much damage they do.
Oh my god.
Enough to kill you.
To be fair, I don't have a better use of my magic right now, so I will cast shield.
Okay, that raises your AC up to, I'm guessing, enough.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So you cast shield as, like, the mob just tries to, like, grab you a little bit and throw you to the ground, but
So
a
what
magical-
happens is Snøfrid's code sphere, as we're all foggy, greasy, and here's a gurgling, and Snøfrid's like, I would like to not be knocked unconscious for whatever happens next.
This is a good Friday night.
So Snøfrid twists the code sphere, pulls open a latch on the side of it, and it expands into like an actual shield that she kind of blocks
Ooh.
with before
I love it.
contracts back down into an orb.
Fantastic. And their fists that are just going to, like, punch you just bounce right off, and you can see one guy looks like he broke his hand.
Oh, brutal.
I don't
Ouch.
want that for him. I'm trying to be helpful.
Hess gives you a thumbs up, seeing you break the guy's hand.
Your approval fills me with shame.
I'm not rooting for Hess to
speaking
be quite this violent, but it's just too funny.
Your literal
it-
first action was
I
to
know,
bite out the
I
throat
know.
of an innocent man.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be brutal, but I didn't want him to be like this violent. And then
Innocent is a
and then that
strong
happened.
word. Seth.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean, they're trying to break in to the harbor master's office, like splintering the wood. I don't think they're going in there to be like, hey, let's have a rational conversation about our feelings.
Well, let's also be fair here. It didn't look like they were making progress on that door until Hesk broke it.
Hey.
Well, now they're definitely going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. They have
any
been clawing at it. Okay, that brings us to Hesk's turn.
Okay,
It
then.
is still fog cloud all over the place.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I still love that we found synergy that quickly between our characters. What were you going to say, though?
I just as a free action, I will say, Sir Hesk, the door.
You want it open now? He like looks confused. All right, yeah, Hesk just listening to this person he's fighting back to back, and he's very in the moment. Just will basically jump backwards and try and slam through the door. He has no idea why, but
Yeah,
he's
go ahead and
all
make me an athletics
it.
check.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Everybody bombing us. Yes, that is a 19 on the die. That is a 25.
Yeah, you already splintered this wood pretty good. There was a big crack in it. You think that if these angry this angry mob made their way past you, they easily could have broken into it. So you like back shoulder into the door, and it just cracks and fully falls apart behind you. And as the sort of fog from this fog cloud sort of rolls its way into the harbor master's room, you can see him like kind of cowering in the corner a little bit, and the mob starts to try and make their way in.
Hesk will definitely, the only person he will let past will be Snøfrid.
Okay.
So he's sort of like in the doorway, and I don't know the logistics of a centaur moving through a lizard folk space in a doorway, but I hope you'll be kind.
Listen, the rules say it's possible.
The rules do say it is possible, correct.
He tumbles through my square.
Well, it's not quite his turn yet.
Centaur somersaults.
It's
I love
Barnabas's
that.
turn.
Yeah, I think Barnabus is just going to stare wide-eyed in horror as he watches Hesk.
Oh, you
enter.
can't see it through the fog.
Oh, I can't see it through the fog. Okay.
You do hear it, though.
You do hear a crash, and it sounds like the door has been broken open. You can also still faintly hear that gurgling from underneath.
All right, so the animator is going to have to, like, wide eyes, and then Casey says, oh, you don't see it. Oh. But you hear it. Wide eyes again.
Barnabas actually has echolocation and just screeches at the fog cloud. They broke it through the door.
Yeah, we thought he was screaming in fear. It was actually just that.
It's just echolocation.
Completely changes the character.
Yeah, I want to act on the gurgling, but I also want to say, I think true to character, Barnabas is not one to hang around docks, and with the slopping of the water and, you know, a gurgling sound below, what is that? Who knows, really? It's just water noises, more water noises that happen at a dock.
That's fair.
I'm just gonna watch, because that's...
Have you?
Are you gonna call out to Artemis or Leo?
I was gonna say, have you stopped walking?
Because they're still making their way.
Looking
Oh,
at
yeah,
rocks,
yeah.
waiting
So-
for any kind of draw anywhere
Right.
else.
I started this train back to the Loosened Buckle for tea, but now it is tasked to me to find a good role playing to keep the party here for the battle that's about to happen. Okay. All right. I think I got something.
No pressure.
Hey, wait, Artemis, Leo, come back. It's gonna get really interesting.
What?
Yeah, I think they're really gonna
I mean-
fight here. It's
I mean,
like we should stay over here in this general area where like no one can see us outside of the fog. But I think this is the spot. Like, I don't know. Does anyone have snacks? I don't have anything. I'd throw a fireball, but I don't know who I'd hit. I'm not sure. I think it could hit someone and it would be bad.
that sounds. Sure.
Yeah, we'll wait for plot to happen here.
I guess I'll turn around with that draw. I'll follow it.
I mean,
Okay.
with an argument like that, I can't say no.
I know, it was pretty
Now
slow.
I'm kind of curious.
Okay. Leo and Artemis turn around and start making their way back. That brings us to Snøfrid.
So, Snøfrid will kind of half scoot past Hesk, using, I assume, 5 feet of movement, and will reach out a hand to the harbor master.
The sort of stout halfling sort of like looks up at you and slowly like reaches his hand up and takes yours.
I will pull him up onto my back,
Majestic.
Okay.
Oh.
and I will run away. They can't, however, they can't take opportunity attacks against either of us because they cannot see us. So I will just stealthily trot to Barnabus.
Okay. I do want to say that you are literally going through a crowd. They can't see you, but they can feel you. You're going through their space.
Listen, I totally accept that ruling. I just wanted to throw it out there that technically
Sure.
they can't see me, they can't attack. But if you want to have them attack with disadvantage, that makes sense to me. So I'm not gonna fight that.
I think the only reason being is usually you can like move away from something without provoking. You're literally going through their space.
In that case, I will use my action to disengage because I wasn't
Perfect.
doing
That's
anything with it
fine as
anyway.
well.
And we, with this podcast, we follow the rules to the letter.
I said I would buy it. Like, I was like, that makes sense to me. I was like, yeah, they totally should be able to attack me. But I will disengage. So what I do is, Snøfrid, like, it's like Kronk in Emperor's New Groove. I'm just like, just along the side of the wall.
No, I wanted it to be like Free Willy, where you just jump over and he just points into the air as you leap over the crowd. Rather than being like, you're free, he's like, where are you going?
So
His eyes go a little wide as you just leave.
Snøfrid will disengage, trot away, and just in case, because she did hear the gurgling, will also tap her code sphere, put it back in her pocket, and it starts vibrating, and there's this kind of steam train engine sound from within her saddlebags as it starts to power up. And I will activate my blade song.
Your blade song. Is that a bonus action to activate?
It is a bonus, yes.
Lovely.
So that is my turn.
So everyone else, you see from the mist, trotting out, carrying this chubby little halfling, Snøfrid, and the mist just kind of like part for her. And then immediately close back up. You get a glimpse of Hesk, like, in the doorway, and the crowd kind of around him, and he's just, like, looking around like, what's going on?
Well, I have the blind sense at least, so I sense Snøfrid walk past me and then walk away.
Yep.
I will also, I'll like, as we're leaving, I will say, thank you, Sir Hesk, and as we walk away.
Okay. That brings us back to the top of the order with Leo.
Hey, does the big guy need help in there, or is he good?
I think he's actually okay, but also there is going to be a larger problem in a moment.
Oh? But, what's the issue at hand?
You didn't hear the noise?
Oh, what now?
There was a noise.
That's encouraging. Barnabus.
I think if you point it out to them, like, if you mention something about the gurgling, it is noticeable.
Okay.
Is it active?
Okay.
Is it currently gurgling?
Is it still gurgling?
It is still gurgling.
Oh.
I love
Is there some
that's-
kind of, intelligence
It's actually
check?
getting a little bit louder.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Noticeable.
That's not good. Is there any kind of, like, intelligence check I could make? Or, like,
For what it would be,
yeah, like a nature or a history or a...
I will let you roll a nature check, sure.
Cool. Let me take a gander.
I grew up on the river, and I will tell you this: things in the water that are gurgling are usually doing that because they are not supposed to be there.
All right, so
So it's probably a large bear of some kind. That's usually what that is.
Oh, a water bear.
No.
It's a tardigrade.
Barnabas, you didn't
I
hear me.
love
A
them.
water bear I don't know what accent I'm doing.
A water bear.
Yeah, water bear.
Water bear. Snøfrid's new accent, guys.
Sorry, the D&D Beyond roller was not cooperating for a moment there, so I'm just using a Google one real fast as my click-clack math rocks are
A
far
water
away from me at the
We're
moment.
stuck on water bear.
Water bear.
water bear wouldn't gurgle because that's what it's used to. It's just a normal bear that doesn't breathe water.
I mean, it could be any number of things. You don't really know what it might be, but what it sounds like is something coming towards the surface.
Ooh.
You have no idea what it could be, though. It could be anything.
Could it
But
be the
judging by
Beatles
the
with
amount
Kordell?
of noise made, could I assume that it's big?
No, I don't think you. I mean, you could assume that it's either large or there are many of them.
Okay. Large volume. We'll find out in which manner it is, but this should be an interesting go.
Okay. What are you doing on your turn? You haven't taken any actions yet.
I guess I'm just kind of begrudgingly in a way, I guess. Just kind of go, all right, and I'll slowly start maneuvering my way over to the fog cloud and kind of just poke ahead in just to see how Hesk is.
Well, I mean, once you're in the fog cloud, you still can't see within it.
Oh, my
It's
bad,
a fog. It's like you're in thick fog. You
You're
can
right,
only
you're
see
right.
like maybe 5 feet in front of you. Not even.
Fog dome is a much different spell.
Yeah.
All right, so if that's the case, I'm just going to pull out my bow and just kind of have it at the ready.
Okay. Artemis, what about you?
Yeah, with the new information presented to me, I'm going to move my butt over to the group, get a little bit closer.
Okay.
And I guess ready my quarterstaff?
Okay.
Just prepare for action.
At that moment, the gurgling kind of quiets. And then you start to hear a ticking noise.
Oh my god, it's the crocodile from Peter Pan.
There's a mysterious ticking noise.
Snape. Severus.
Severus.
Hesk. Bratha. Hesk.
Hesk.
There we go. We found it.
Barnabus!
It's even
Don't put my
better.
name in this copyright.
Even better.
No, he has to be Harry Potter.
Oh my
Barnabus.
god. That fit too well.
Okay. That brings us
That's it.
to Hesk's turn.
Okay, Hesk will... I think Hesk, hears this ticking, and he sees that Snøfrid has nobly gotten...
Yeah, you would hear ticking.
Okay, then.
You would.
Yeah, because I heard the gurgling last time, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. And he saw that Snøfrid got the guy out of there, so now it is time to disperse this crowd. Any change that could happen happens. So I am going to attempt another intimidation roll, and I'm going to make the roll, and then depending on how it goes, I'll say what I want to say. Okay.
Right.
Intimidation? Oh, come on! I have a +5. That is an 8 total.
Ooh, yeah. At this point, the crowd's super riled up still. They didn't really notice that Snøfrid left with the harbor master, so they're still, trying to get past you into the building.
Okay, then.
That doesn't have to be your action,
And,
though.
well, I mean, so that would just be, I could just free action intimidate
Sneak
this
away.
time?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
talking's a free
Then
action. So.
I think Hesk will, I don't know if he would full action disengage or if he would stay there because he knew people might be in danger. I almost want to leave it to a dice roll, if it's 50-50.
Do it.
Yeah, I
Sounds
believe
like a
in-
great
I
time to
believe in-
use percentile dice.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm gonna roll a percentile dice. If it is, was it 50 or higher? No, 51 or higher. Hesk will leave.
Okay.
see it.
D100. That is a 35. Hesk remains behind. Something about this. He feels the winds of change, and he will stay put brandishing his blade, and he non-lethally attacks the crowd again.
Okay.
The addition
Go
of
ahead and make your
non-lethal.
attack roll.
You do have to non-lethally attack the crowd once to non-lethally attack again. This is just a first non-lethal
Well,
attack.
no, I think he non-lethally attacked and missed before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't you
Okay.
Yeah, the
non-lethally
bite,
rip
though-
someone's throat out?
No, that was lethal.
That's a bite. I don't think I could do that non-lethally. Just not how that works. Okay, there's a good roll. Thanks. 21.
That definitely hits.
All right, 2d6 plus 4. Are you kidding me? Basically minimum damage. That is going to be 8 points of damage.
That's still pretty good, though. 8 points of damage. Okay.
Could have been 16, though. It could have been double that.
I mean, that would have been great, but
So, yeah,
unfortunately,
Hesk,
not quite there.
Hesk, he like whips around to try and intimidate. Maybe like somebody throws something, like splashes something on him, and he just like can't get the words out. So he whips around with the hilt of his blade and just like clonks somebody over the head.
Oh
with
yeah, and a
huge
couple
fist.
of like as you guys are hitting the crowd, some of them are just falling down. When
that'll be good.
you knock down a couple of them at that point, and they're like just on the ground getting stomped on a little bit by the rest of the crowd.
And I think while he's doing this, Hesk is like shouting out vainly, being like, "You must run, you must flee," to these people in the crowd.
Pull a Denethor. Flee for your lives!
Flee for your lives!
And then he like takes a handful of cherry tomatoes and just eats them and bursts juice all over the crowd.
What?
I hate my son. break wood and oil.
Okay, that brings us to Barnabus.
What? Barnabus eats popcorn like an MCU fan in the next Black Panther movie. Just
getting
chowing away.
ready.
I'm just super excited for everything that's happening.
Make a perception check for me, Barnabus.
All right, that's good. That's a thing I could actually do.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh, you mean like play D&D?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It
We
was
might
all
as well.
playing
We're here.
D&D.
That's a 15.
A 15. Okay, with a 15, you notice that the ticking noise is kind of coming from... where's my laser pointer? Right around here-ish.
Oh no. That's right next to us.
Oh boy.
That's not far away.
Papa, can you do the laser again? I was looking.
I will
the other
mark
screen.
it. I will mark it right here for you.
I didn't want to ask.
Okay.
Aha, Hesk is safe. For those of you who can't
Hesk,
see.
you are hearing a ticking noise from a different spot.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Guess no one's safe today.
Okay. Friends, I believe the ticking noise is directly beneath us.
Oh. Perhaps we
Also, I think I'm gonna cast mage armor.
Okay.
I don't know why. It seems very out of character for me. I mean, this is just no. There's a riot going on. I should cast mage armor.
That
does
sounds in
make
character
sense.
for you.
Yeah.
sounds very in character.
That just
How
becomes
does your mage armor manifest? Is it like a shimmering shield, like field of force around you? Does it have a particular color to it?
Yeah, I think it would like.
Is it semi-translucent full plate with a helm and everything covering your face?
Ooh, I love that look.
No, it's actually, you know what? Yeah, Barnabas taps his staff to the ground. Its sparks fly up, and like a classic Transformer cartoon, plate armor, shimmering white plate armor starts building up around him, and it gets to his head, and you realize at this point that the plate armor is a little bit too big for him, and you can only kind of see the top of his head inside the helmet, and the visor
so the visor's
clinks.
up. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the visor's up and then clinks down at the end. And every other line from Barnabus is now muffled and echoing inside inside of the mage armor.
Incredible.
Don't
detail.
worry, I'm safe. Beautiful. Okay, Snøfrid, it's your turn.
So Snøfrid does not have a lot to do right now, so Snøfrid will instead look at Barnabus with his cute little mage armor. Sorry, that's very condescending, but Snøfrid has immediately taken him on as a little brother. So she looks down and says, "That's very impressive. Good." And then like,
You think so?
and then with her kind of steam train blade song going, will I guess ready a green flame blade in case anything happens, except it's actually a steam train blade.
A steam train blade. All right. Great. That brings us back to the top, Leo.
All right.
You have your bow.
I do have my bow out.
I don't know where it's pointed.
Barnabus has since mentioned that this is like coming from below us.
Yes. You guys can't really see the map, so I will. It's about 10 feet away from Barnabus and 15 from Snøfrid and Artemis.
I will. Let me. I know we skipped my turn. I'm going to just move just a little bit onto solid land because I don't want to fall in the water with the dock.
Yeah, I'm staying right here. I like the nice solid ground, thank you. I will basically just continue what I'm doing, just kind of keep my eye partially trained on the fog cloud and kind of switch back and forth between that and the general rumbling.
Okay. Great. That brings us to Artemis.
With Barnabus in his magical, clink clanky armor, could I maybe pull him back off the dock as well? Can I do that?
Yeah, you can move if he's willing at half speed. You can easily drag him along.
I don't know if it's best if we stand right here and I just want to grab him and just try and pull him back if you'll let me.
Yeah, I think this is a good look. You're just gonna try and take his two big gloved hands.
Yeah, I just picture
and grab
you,
it and mom pull him to the side and he's just gonna waddle clank.
It's really cute.
Oh
Alright.
no, our child.
And you two step off the dock. Just in time, too, because as you reach the edge there are 3. As 3 holes are blown in the dock, and I'm going to paint them on here right now for you.
Paint is a word
one
picture,
right
Michael
here.
Bay.
One right I probably shouldn't use the shadow. I'm not going to use the shadow.
More fog.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
just
gonna use
can't
the
get
fog.
over this image of
So one
Barnabus
gets blown
in,
right here,
oversized armor.
right where
cute. I love
Barnabus
it.
was standing. He probably wouldn't have fallen in, but it would have blown the dock right in front of him. One right here, and a third one in the mist.
Oh no.
The only person who is within range of one of these explosions is Hesk. So Hesk, I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I was ready for it. I was like, he's gonna say Dex.
I mean, that's what it is.
I've made my choices with Dex. So it's here. That is a -1 to it. So let's
not
see what
great.
I get. I rolled a 12, got an 11. So there's a chance.
An 11's not going to cut it.
I thought
You
so.
don't fall into the water because you're not that close to the explosion. However, shrapnel from the dock splinters and starts flying at you, and you are going to take some of this explosion damage.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're going to take...
This could be really bad.
Not
for us.
great. You're going to take 6 fire damage.
Okay. And we're not. You don't want us to say how much health we have, right? You want us to keep that
Nope.
information. Okay, Heska is doing just fine.
And out of these holes climb a few creatures.
Ew,
What
creatures.
kind of creatures?
Ooh, what are they?
This just
What
like
a
keeps
gameplay.
Happen for you.
How does this just keep? It's like gurgling, ticking, bombs, creak. Like I was going through, I was like, oh, gurgling, it's a squid. No, ticking, it's something mechanical. It's bombs. There's creak. What the heck is happening?
Well, let me explain it. So, as you are looking at these creatures, they kind of look like how you might imagine a merfolk to look, only more on the fishy side. They're completely covered in scales. There's no human aspect to them except that they are walking on two legs with like webbed hands and gills on the sides of their neck. They also are a little bit more shark-like. They have shark-like tails that protrude from their tailbones and massive jaws lined with rows and rows of teeth. They're holding these spears. And on first glance, they look relatively normal, but you can see that there's kind of this, like, weird black box attached to them with wires extending out towards the tip of the spears.
Oh, shocking.
And they
spears.
don't look happy.
Okay.
When you asked us what we thought might the gurgling be, I literally was going to say these guys, and then I was like, nah, it's probably not
It's
that.
never going to be those guys.
So like, I understand that they're very fishy, and the only human bit is, obviously this shredded pectoral ab thing in the character art. There's just this Chris Hemsworth fish people.
Yeah.
Are just storming
That's the
with
best way to
shock
describe
spears.
it, really.
Is the Chris Hemsworth abs and biceps what makes them human? Because I would argue it doesn't. It makes them less human.
I mean, they're less human than a merfolk would be in that they don't have the upper portion that's all human. You know what I'm saying?
I got
Like a mer person.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a Chris Hemsworth looks like a Greek god joke. It's kind of.
I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway, he also looks like a Norse god. Anywho.
Oh, that's more accurate. Look at that.
Got it. There it is.
Oh, I mean,
Dang
Thor
it.
in Norse mythology is a little bit more
joke
pudgy,
earlier.
but-
God damn it.
Anyway, let's move on from this. You have these guys climbing out of the holes, so I'm going to just pop them out of the holes there for you.
Aha.
Hate him.
And Hesk, you can definitely tell one of them is right fucking next to you with your blind sense. The crowd can't really tell what's going on, although you can hear a couple of splashes as some of them fall into the hole.
Oh no.
And they are panicking from that explosion.
They're probably safer down there, though. Definitely.
Maybe.
Well, if they're all... clearly all of the attackers are on the dock, so
Yeah.
there's not more.
They only brought 3.
That's an invasion.
That's an invasion.
3 is an invasion force,
3,
guys.
yeah, 3 to 5 invasion
Yeah,
force.
2's just an occupancy.
2
Two's
is
a
an
crowd,
occupied.
3's an invasion.
That's how the saying goes, right?
There we go. Found the
Exactly.
joke.
There it is. We found it.
Oh,
We found
that's
it,
so
guys.
I
All
am
right.
so nervous for Hesk right now.
Speaking of which, it's his turn.
Okay, I have 2 options here. Either I use my turn to
And
heal
I'm going
myself.
to go ahead and reveal the fog at
Yeah.
this point, because Hesk can see within it anyway. Oops, that's not the button I need. There we go.
Oh, it's
I
right
forgot.
there.
I forgot the crowd was just one very large token.
Yes. Technically, it's smaller at this point, because they have lost quite a few members.
Okay then. Hesk is face to face with this troglodyte guy. I think at this point he wants to draw its attention, and I'm gonna risk a turn healing here, because I only have so many hit points.
Smart.
So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself and just try and draw its attention.
Okay. What are you doing to draw its attention?
Well, first of all, I'm rolling minimum on the healing, so that is only 4 points of healing.
He smiles a toothy, sharp grin.
Oh, God, that hurts. Hesk will smile back a toothy lizard grin, and he just looks at him and he just goes, "Fish. I haven't had it in quite some time." just looking hungry, and he brandishes the great sword at him.
Okay.
They give
you
you a
catch his
confused
attention
look.
for sure. That's gonna go ahead and bring us to Barnabus. Narrowly avoiding the explosion thanks to Artemis pulling you away.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky.
You're welcome.
I guess if there's just weird Merv people coming out of an explosion with spears and they look angry, that's cause enough to start hurling death magic, right?
Probably.
I mean, what's the permit like around Windsail? Do I have a license to kill? Can I?
No, if you have a license. Although, if there was a license to kill, Barnabus definitely would have applied for it.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he would have gone through all the proper forms if he was ever going to do something.
Right. Oh, I mean, he's super into bureaucracy. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. You see, Barnabas will see presumably everyone else gearing up to fight, including his new charge, Snøfrid. So what will Barnabas do to protect his escort who he needs to save?
That's right. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
point. I'm going to step in
I like
front of
that.
Snøfrid. And by step, I mean like sidestep, waddle again. Tung, 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 tung.
Oh my god, this
Have
is
no
the best mage
fear.
armor ever.
Have no fear, friend Snøfrid. I will protect ye.
Just arms wide open, eyes shut.
You can't tell through the
flies
visor.
past. Yeah.
All right, let's
Okay.
see if mermaids like fire. And I point my staff, and these like bits of light just start shooting into a focal point at the center, just a few inches from the like milk white sphere. And inside the armor, you hear
Blast!
and a huge sunball thing just hurls itself at one of these unfortunate mermaids. I'm gonna pick the dude on the right.
The red one. I'm
The
changing
red
colors.
one. Oh, they're color coded. That's smart.
Yes, the red one.
The red one.
Okay. What are you blasting at him?
Fireball.
Firebolt. Okay, make your attack roll.
But that's 17.
That's going to hit.
Ha! All right.
Sorry, they're water type. That's not very effective.
It's good hit. It's not very effective.
Could you imagine?
It's a
Ah,
2.
that would be the
A
worst.
2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you hold out your hand as this power builds and builds and builds, and it shoots out, and it like hits his shoulder and just goes from the water that's coating him, and he kind of looks down at it, turns to you, and just scowls.
Oh wait, no, it really didn't like.
No, it did damage, but 2
Oh.
damage is not a lot.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought we just switched to Pokemon rules. And we
No,
were
no,
joking
no.
about it, and then it happened.
You did damage. You did damage. It just wasn't a lot. Okay. After Barnabas, that brings us to Snøfrid.
Do I hear additional ticking?
Make a perception check. Because at this point, you're not standing on the dock.
That's correct. That is a. Do I even have perception? No, 2.
You do hear ticking coming from your pocket.
Oh, well, that's a good ticking. I like that ticking. Okay. Snøfrid will heft her. First of all, will kind of give the harbor master her hand and help him off onto the ground.
Okay, he looks terrified right now. He's like white as a sheet, and as you try and help him off, he like sort of stumbles a bit, and you manage to catch him so he doesn't fall on his face, but he is like wide-eyed at the moment.
Run along home, sir. And will heft her railway spike, and Hesk needs help. I'm gonna go charge. At the one
There
next
is
to
still
Hesk.
fog there,
their stuff right. I forgot about that because we took it off.
I took it off for the sake of Hesk, who can see everything in there.
That's a good.
But there is fog.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Charge this one instead. Rather than attacking, I am going to attempt to shove it.
Ooh, okay. That is contested athletics, correct? Or is it an attack
sure he
roll
can-
and then?
It's a contest. I'm pretty sure he can use athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, he's going to use athletics.
Okay. I got an 8.
I got 20.
All right. That's my turn. So Snøfrid, thank you, Senator Barnabus, and we'll run in, brandishing her railway spike and try and lightsaber block against the shark persons and force him in, but I don't know what's the justification. The dock is too slippery and fragile, and she kind of stumbles a bit on the way in and doesn't have the momentum.
He's got suction cup feet too.
Oh god, imagine the noise when it
Can't
walks.
budge him. Yeah, they haven't walked yet, but you'll hear the
Ooh, that's
they walk.
meaty.
Meaty. Leo, we're back at the top of the order. It's probably round 4 now, I think. Round 4, round 5, somewhere around there.
All right. Well, with my bow at the ready, I see Snøfrid approach and decide to try to give them a little bit of a hand. So I'll let loose one of those arrows.
Letting loose at green?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okie dokie.
This is the one that Snøfrid is engaged with.
Sweet. That is a 17 to hit.
That definitely hits. Your arrow flies true.
Hey, there we go. All right, so that is going to do a whopping 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Okay.
Now, sneak attack. Would that could apply to... I don't really play rogue, so does that apply to ranged weapon attacks as well?
It does,
Okay,
yeah.
so I would get an extra d6. And that's another 3 on top of that.
So 11
Indeed.
total. Great. That makes my math easier. So you kind of lean over on Barnabas's shoulder, pulling your bow to steady yourself a little bit, and just let loose. And the arrow just flies directly in this thing's abdomen, and it just sticks there. And it looks at you with wild eyes, and looks down at its abdomen, and then tightens its grip on its spear, ready to attack.
Oh no.
That brings us to Artemis.
I'm excited. One of the reasons why I wanted to play a druid was because of the wild shape.
Ooh,
Oh,
getting
boy.
wild
And-
shapes.
Very fun.
I'm very excited because as a Circle of Stars druid, I have different wild shape things. So, I'd like to wild shape into where'd it go?
A shooting star.
No, not
And
close.
crash
Almost
into the port.
Starry form. The chalice starry form, which basically gives me extra healing abilities.
What?
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
you transform into a cup?
No,
No, she transforms into a constellation that looks like a cup.
Astrid transforms into a cup and rolls off the dock and just splashes
Into
into
the
the water.
I think it's described as kind of still human shape, but instead of looking like Artemis, she now looks just space.
Oh,
in
okay.
the
Yeah,
shape
I
of
think
a
I think the
human.
best way to describe it is she becomes this dark sort of silhouette, like a night sky, and then within that sort of amorphous form, there's a constellation of the chalice.
She becomes Voidimus.
Yeah.
It's remember Chowder? How all the clothes were kind of just a texture layer? And when
Yeah.
you walk around and stay in
They
the
were a
same
texture
place.
layer that never
It's
moved.
that, but
I
galaxy.
loved
So it
that
is
about
it
that
is a
show.
bonus action too. It also sheds bright light in 10-foot radius.
Okay. It's not.
so
it's
it's-
daytime, so.
It's bright. It's bright. Just so you know. Okay, and then I want to move about here, so we can be a little bit in the center of things.
Okay.
You only have one bonus action. Hershey?
Correct.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. And then I want to cast, I want to cast Thorn Whip, flavored as Star Whip, on the green mermaid man.
Okay.
Can I do that from that angle?
What's the range?
The range is 30 feet.
Yeah, you should be able to reach your. I believe you're within 30 feet pretty easily.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been mathing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can do a sidearm to get around Snøfrid and not hit them.
And just hi-ya and whip around.
It was a good old-fashioned hi-ya.
A good old-fashioned hi-ya. That's what they teach you back in the Murrow.
All right.
In the Murrow.
I will roll my die here. Let's go. Let's see. My God, Lord, let's see it. Oh, nice. Okay. 20? Not natural?
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Hit. And I will just do the damage and the roller here.
Okay.
Alright, so 2 damage. Very nice.
Okay, you do 2 damage.
I believe, it does grapple?
It moves.
It moves.
You can pull him 10 feet if you want.
Yeah.
Towards you.
If I want to pull him toward me. Okay.
Hmm?
Well, it would get it more. Oh, it would get him away from the hole. Right. So could I put him like behind?
You can put him. Oops. Here, let me grab the hand. You can put him like here.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
We could flank. Eventually. Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Okay. So you basically whip down your arm, and this constellation stream of stars sort of makes this whip, and then you side it around. It goes around this whole guy's whole abdomen, right where the spear is, and it kind of latches onto that, and then you yank, and it pulls him past Snøfrid to the other side, and he's just struggling against it.
Perfect.
Okay, it is their turns. I have an important question. Who here does not have their full hit points? So,
I have my full hit
That would be
points.
me.
Snøfrid and Hesk.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Hesk, we're going to start over with you.
How dare you?
He is going to make his attack against you.
Good
for
luck.
His attacks, plural. First, he's going to try and bite you with his shark teeth.
Hey, that's my thing.
I don't
Karma.
think that's going to hit, though. Even with advantage, I still got a 6.
No, that's not it.
And then he's going to go at you with his spear.
Okay. God, I wish I had saved my bite now in hindsight. That would have been great if he tried to bite me and then I could have bit him back.
Okay, the spear is going to be a 17.
Oh, just hits.
Question,
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
Okay.
AC 16.
So I'm
Yes.
guessing the advantage is some kind of racial modifier with people who are low in health. The fog cloud is still up, so would that cancel it out?
Ooh, good question.
Oh,
I will re-roll then, because I rolled 2 dice at the same time. So I will re-roll.
Come on.
I
Come
got
on.
you, buddy.
Actually, okay. Here's this is this is like a rules thing. Normally, I wouldn't bring it up to the show, but it helps to aggrandize Sky, because this is something I made a mistake last time. When both people are blinded, it doesn't.
He's not
it's the
blinded,
same.
though.
Right. So last
Oh.
time they had disadvantage against me, which they shouldn't have because I was also blind. But Hesk can see, so it actually works the way I
There you
intended
go.
it to. So good job, Sky.
Again,
well,
it's such a cool thing that we found that
Yeah.
synergy immediately.
It's gonna be great at level 20. We're fighting gods and we blind everybody in darkness, but you pop out with Batman eyes
And
glowing.
then the gods snap their fingers and go, "What? That you?"
No,
just
gods
put some
can't do that in this
You
universe.
just put some smoke around
No,
us.
gods can't. No,
I-
that's not. No.
It is unfortunate that I rolled a 21 on.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Okay, well it was gonna hit anyway, so we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my
So you
god! If
didn't
that
really
had turned
hurt
into a
anything.
natural, if that had turned into a natural 20, I would drive to New York and I would throttle you.
No, that's fair. Don't threaten me with a good time.
So
Oh no! Cut his mic!
Hesk.
Cut his mic!
this creature jams their spear into your stomach for 5 piercing damage, and then on the box, which is right near their forehand, they tap a button, and you just feel a shock of electricity go through you for an additional 4 electricity damage.
Oh my god! Hesk is still standing.
Still standing.
Keep
But
standing.
he is teetering.
Actually, that I'll leave it right now. But I rolled the wrong die for the piercing damage because he's wielding in 2 hands.
Oh.
But hand off the die. So
Oh, good. Oh, good.
okay, that's gonna go ahead and bring us to the other one, who's with Snøfrid. They are going to attack you first with the bite. The bite is going to be a... Wow, I rolled the same number on both dice. That's going to be a 22.
Fine.
Don't worry, the bite is much, much better than the spear.
I was waiting for you
For
to say worse.
2 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the spear. He's going to try and do the same thing to you that the other one did to Hesk. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
17 misses.
Okay, with your
yes.
mage armor up, the spear just kind of gets deflected off of it.
So yeah, it's not so much major for me. He like attacks, but the electric charge on his spear hits like what is essentially like a magnetic force field around Snøfrid's upper body and just deflects away.
That's so cool.
He can't get past your electromagnet.
Don't worry. The bite's not that bad. The spear's worse. Okay, here comes the spear.
Well, he hit with the bite. He didn't hit with the spear. Finally, this last one is going to rush up at Barnabus.
Oh, can I attack him? Does he?
No, he's skirting around this end. The hole isn't drawn incredibly well, but there's more than half of that square left, so he can skirt along it without provoking.
Cool, let me just back up from the mic and get this reaction right.
All right, so he's gonna try and bite you first. Try and get through that that armor of yours to possibly do some damage. That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
I
17
can't
hits?
wait. I can't wait to see what that looked like on the waveform when I'm
bad. It
editing.
looked bad.
Oh no!
Not that bad, but bad.
All right,
break.
Barnabas, you're gonna take 3 piercing damage as he chomps down on like the neck joint of your armor, and he bites like once and it doesn't quite go through, and then chomps down harder and it just barely pierces into you, and then he pulls back and tries to ram at you with his spear. That's probably gonna miss. That's only a 10.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
Weak.
so like tasting that blood, he gets a little overzealous and goes at you, and you're easily able to just sort of bat the spear away.
Nice.
Which brings us to Hesk.
Okay, my original.
Actually, before it's you, it's the mob.
Oh.
And they're gonna flee.
I was about to be like, and they
Understand.
attack Hesk. We're
They
still mad
start
at
running
you.
they start running in all directions. A few of them fall into the hole. You can hear
Yeah.
more splashes because there's still that fog cloud up, and they don't know which direction they're going.
Be fine.
No one can really see them exit because anyone who's exiting that fog is going in the opposite direction of you.
If I hear, can I know it's not my turn, but can I maybe make some kind of check to understand that they're trying to run away? Because I can drop fog cloud at any time.
You hear them screaming from within there, but
You
you don't
can drop
necessarily
it?
know that there's another one of these creatures in there.
I don't, but I can hear them screaming in fear instead of screaming in anger.
Yes.
You
I will
hear-
drop.
Oh,
I will drop
no.
fog cloud.
I was
Okay.
gonna be like,
You
just
you've
hear
managed to
Hesk
save a
shouting.
couple of them from falling in the water.
Okay.
You just hear-
And now that they see what's going on, they're gonna just run in the other direction.
Still flee. Yeah.
You just hear Hess shouting, "Don't drop it! Don't drop it! It's my only advantage."
Okay, that is going to go ahead and bring us to Hesk's turn at this point.
Okay. My original plan was to attack with a big old hit. That was going to be 2d6, 2d8 plus 4. But now that I am teetering on death's door, I don't know if that's such a good plan anymore. So I think I'm going to... I have Lay on Hands, or I could cast Cure Wounds.
How many points? You have,
I got
what,
10
10
points of Lay on Hands, and I would definitely want to keep at least one as like an emergency.
I have intentions of trying to heal you, just as a heads up.
Currently,
Okay,
you
then.
do not have line of sight on Hesk.
I know, I'm working on that.
Let me ask you a
I'm
question.
working on
Sky.
that.
What kind of paladin would you be if you didn't use every last spell slot to smite?
That's a very good point. We're going to go Smite Town, baby.
Yeehaw!
Smite Town, baby.
Okay,
All
make
right,
your attack
let's
roll.
go. Great sword attack. Come on. No. I'd like a do-over. That is a 12.
A 12 just barely hits.
There you go.
Yeah!
Smite Town, baby. Okay, let's hear. So that's 2d6 plus 4. All right, that is 12 damage, 12 slashing, and then let me roll
Okay.
2d8. And then from the magical damage, that's another 8 points of damage. That's 20 points of damage.
You full on cut off this dude's arm. He's missing an arm now. He still has the spear in one hand, but you have fully cut off an arm.
Oh,
And he
that's
just
so
looks
sick.
at it, looks at you, and then just looks scared and is holding the spear out, and it's shaking.
I think Hesk just like looking in his eyes, like he's huge jaw, he's teetering, but he just goes, run.
Make an intimidation roll for me.
Okay, let's fail another one. These always go so great. Yep, there we go. 13.
He seems scared, but he doesn't look like he's gonna run.
I'll make an intimidating lizard folk, they said.
I just
He'll
can't
be
believe
scary,
you
they
lost
said.
an arm. And you just you cracked your voice on it.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Barnabus. Barnabus, you're up.
I think Barnabus is still screaming, and while screaming, it's just like one long, just like.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll the damage on that for me. Also, please describe your magic missiles. I'm curious what they look like. I think we've already talked about them, didn't we? Or did we not?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just like you point and there's like there's 3 green orbs that come out, and they kind of they come out as this like sort of wavy sort of ball of light, but they quickly, I guess, extend and just draw back into these dart forms, and they fly out synchronized and scary like, and they hit the person that's right in front of me, so they don't have very far to travel, but they will hit.
Yep. They just kind of like build up the momentum while they're standing there as they draw back and then just shoot forward.
Yeah. All right.
Almost like they were drawn back from a bow or something.
Boom goes the dynamite. Take 2 damage. What?
Okay, he kind of looks at that
What?
same spot on his shoulder that you hit earlier. You hit there again, exactly, and it looks like it hurts him.
Yeah.
And he's hurt that you would attack him in the same spot twice.
4 damage. You're basically dead.
Oh my god, Barnabus is amazing.
Throw in the towel, baby. You're gone.
Snøfrid.
So remind me, and forgive me, but remind me what our flanking rules are for this campaign.
+2.
Okay. So I will... Seeing that Hesk is in trouble, I will charge, and I'll take the opportunity attack, and I'll
Okay.
attack
He's going
this
to stab at thee with his spear.
Sharpie.
Probably not that one. That's probably gonna miss with a 14.
That misses.
Yep.
So Snøfrid will raise her railway spike and just charge. And I want to. What is Hesk? What's going through Hesk's mind is like cuts off this dude's arm, and then just behind him, just sees the 6-something centaur like charging at you as the fog clears.
I think Hesk in his head is just like, I have chosen correctly.
I love that. And I will roll. That is a. Oh, that's not good. I don't think that hits. I think that is a. I think that's a 10. Yeah, it's a 10.
10 does not hit. He,
but
like,
we're
hears
flanking,
you-
so 12.
Oh!
Oh, with the
That's
plus
why
2.
I-
That hits.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I asked, and I forgot. Cool. We will deal 1 d8 plus 3 damage. That is 10 damage. And I can also deal 4 damage to a creature of my choice within 5 feet. So I'll just knock out Hesk.
Great. So you run at him with your railway spikes, screaming, charging towards him. He like turns. How do you do this?
It's not. Snøfrid is not and has never been much of a fighter, so it's not a very enthusiastic battle scream. It's kind of just like and will take, and at the last moment will kind of whip it around, so rather than hitting him with the pointy end, I'm just gonna smack him like a baseball bat. And it does the extra damage because it's kind of vibrating in her hands. Smack him on the back of the head. I'm gonna do non-lethal damage and knock him out.
Ooh, okay. You knock that one out, and he's down. Future reference, if you want to do non-lethal, you gotta tell me before the attack.
Right. Sorry.
Oops. Did not want to draw that line. Moving on. That was Snøfrid. I believe that brings us back to the top of the order with Leo.
Alrighty. Using Barnabus kind of as like a boost, Leontis is just kind of... He's going to drop his bow, put his hands on Barnabas' shoulders, and just throw himself over. And try to reposition himself to kind of get to the side of this guy. Using his...
Okay, where would you like to put
So
yourself?
I'm going to hop around to kind of alley-oop right around there.
Okay.
Alright, and I'm
you
going to
not
make a...
Access to your token there? You have a
I
token.
do. For some reason, it's not working. Like, I can't move it. So I have this little one here instead.
Okay.
Actually, I believe I still have movement. Yeah.
You
Yep,
should.
so I'll actually go
That's
for
not
flanking
that's not that
because
far.
that's the smart thing to do. That
Okay.
is going to be...
So, are you dropping
Yeah, I'm
your
dropping my bow and I'm pulling out my sword. Which is
Okay, so your bow is on the ground
a
over
scimitar. So that's going to be 18 to hit, so...
For listeners, you get 1 free object interaction, so he can let go of his bow for free, and then just totally for free, just dropping it is completely free, and then it's a free action to draw his sword. If you wanted to sheath his bow, you would have to use an action to draw his sword.
Yeah, but who needs that? Especially when there's a duck falling apart right now with, holes in it. So it's going to be an 18 to hit.
Goodbye, Bo.
18 hits, yeah.
Alright, and that is going to be... Ooh, okay. That's going to be 10 points of damage.
10
Hey,
points
very
of
nice,
damage.
And
Okay.
let's
man.
slap on a sneak attack. Because I'm
Go
moving
for
at 5 feet. Well, I'm flanking and I have the front 5 feet, so it's a double whammy.
You,
And that is an additional 4 points.
okay, yeah, he does not look very good anymore. After stabbing him in the back, you get him right in the kidney, and he just Barnabus can see his eyes sort of widen, and he kind of slowly starts turning towards you, Leo.
Nice.
Artemis, you're up.
So I guess I'm going to come around on the right side of this fish man.
This is the one who's by himself.
Yeah, the one by himself. Hesk, as soon as I got eyes on you, healing inbound.
Yeah, you got eyes
but-
on me probably right there. The fog's gone.
Do I?
Yeah, the fog's gone at this point.
Fog's gone.
You
Between,
would
Just gotta look past
through-
a fish, a
through
centaur,
a
and another
centaur?
fish.
I mean, what are
I'm
you
not-
looking to cast?
Are you?
Because if
Are
you're
you
casting,
calling me
Word?
fat?
well, also if you're casting healing word, they just need to hear you.
It says if you can see it.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
why
okay. Well, yes, you can get a glimpse of Hesk at this point, I would say.
Okay.
He's moving around.
It's like now it's like you're not in immediate danger, but effective attack or less effective attack, but you get healed right now.
I'd like to get healed right now, but that's
I'll
just
heal you.
me.
I'll go for it. Sure. I run around the fish person. I get a glimpse of Hesk who's dying, and I go, "Oh no!" And actually, is the range? Okay. Wow. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna do healing word on you, which is the 1d4 plus 4.
I was gonna go ahead and heal for 8 because you're gonna get max. I know you are.
No.
Mm-hmm.
100,000%. Yes.
I don't
mean,
think
I got a 6,
pretty
but
good.
fear not, because I specifically chose the star form to give you an additional. Give me just a sec. 1d8 plus 4.
Ooh.
Where every
it's what it
time
is.
it does an
Yeah.
additional 1d8 plus 4?
So hold on, let me just move this window so I can read it properly. Yeah, so whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores hit points to a creature, you or another creature within 30 feet regain 1d8 plus 4 hit
Oh
points.
my.
That's
So
amazing.
How long does the star form last for?
it's a wild shape. So
2 hours?
19
it's just-
hours.
I don't think so.
It lasts like a wild shape. So what is that?
I think it's
an
like
hour?
1 hour. Yeah.
Yeah, an hour.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay.
So that's why I did it. That's why I was like, fear not, and that is a 10.
So I get healed for 16?
Yes.
Holy.
But I don't get. It's like me or you, and I give that to you.
That's so good. Okay, Hesk
Yes.
is looking
And-
fine and dandy now.
And then I'm gonna bop this guy over the head with my stick.
Thank you very much for that
Okay.
healing. That's crazy.
Go ahead and make
Here.
an attack roll with your stick.
I will. I'm just gonna
Please do.
here. I will.
We're gonna live forever.
An 11.
11 misses.
Perfect. At least I did something.
It's their turns now. One of them is unconscious on the dock by Hesk and Snøfrid.
Mr. DM, if I may, I
yes.
was not truthful with you earlier. I had noticed that I did take damage last session. So I am part of that.
Lovely. So we'll start with you, because he's going to try and... actually, he's going to try and bite Barnabus, because that worked out well for him last time. That's going to be a 20. A dirty 20.
Filthy, filthy boy.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Very filthy boy for 2 whole
no.
damage.
Wow, you throwing it back in my face.
Well,
aren't
well,
you?
well.
He really is. He's like, I can do this too, blub, blub, blub. And then he's going to whip around and stab at Leo with his spear. For a 16 to hit.
16 to hit will hit.
Okay. So he still has 2 hands, so he's going to do that bonus die. And it mattered. So you're going to go ahead and take... Let me double check this. Yeah. You're going to take 9 piercing
Okay.
damage
Okay.
as the spear goes into you, and then he taps that button on the spear, and you take 2 more points of electricity damage.
Okay. Do you guys happen to remember what did hit me last time around?
It was probably the crowd when you threw a
Oh,
chair at
okay.
them.
Because I think
Yeah.
someone might have gotten an 18-wheeler because upon him stabbing me, Leo down, looks up, says, "Ah, shit," and just slides up the blade as he collapses down to the ground.
Oh no!
Ooh, okay. Leo
Our
goes
first
down.
permanent death forever.
Hey.
Make a new character, Andrew.
That's a seasoned rap for Leo.
And I just finished him on the poster.
That's going to bring us to the one in the middle who's engaged with Artemis currently. Honestly, before he was thinking of fleeing, but seeing Leo go down, he has this renewed vigor, and he's going to go ahead and attack Artemis. First with the bite, who is not at advantage because Artemis has not taken damage yet. That's going to be a nat 1, dog. That's definitely going to miss.
Nice.
And then he's going to go at you with the spear. Still not
You're
with
so
advantage.
enraptured by my form.
I know, very enraptured by it, which is why he stabs at you for 19 to hit.
Wow. That's well, that's gonna be a hit for me.
Guys,
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought it was pronounced Spire.
What?
Are we doing that again? Are we doing it again? That was a joke from last week, and it wasn't funny then.
Those were 2 weeks ago.
Was that 2 weeks ago?
That was such a
Oh,
zero.
God. You guys are killing me.
Also, just because we have the information, I'll update that the starry form lasts for 10 minutes, not an hour. It
Right.
is different. That is okay, though.
It expends a wild shape, but it is not
Yeah.
a wild shape.
I mean,
Yep,
it's
yep.
still ridiculous, even
For
for like
clarification.
Yeah, that's
10
that's a whole
minutes.
fight, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so he stabs at you
Uh-huh.
for
It hurts.
9 piercing, and then clicks the button for an additional 4 electricity. As you feel that shock go all the way through your body.
Through my starry body.
Your starry body.
It connects all of my stars in my constellation.
It does.
That's a cool
Why
image.
do these sound vaguely sensual?
You've got like
Not at all.
the stars on your joints and the lines across the black void of your body, and then
Yeah.
like electricity runs through it and like shows your
Yeah.
skeleton
Really
like a
cool.
cartoon.
Seth, get your head out of the...
I don't know. The phrase
Astrological
"collect
gutter.
all," combined all my stars is just like I don't know.
Connects all the stars in my constellation. What?
And that's I think that's the point where we're gonna end this session.
What?
We end on
What do
a
you
bad
mean?
joke.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
can we get a better joke at least? Hold on, let's roll it back.
We're gonna-
Take it again. Rachel, say your
We're
line.
gonna end on Seth's astrology fetish.
That's a better joke.
Hey, there we go. We saved it. We saved it.
We saved it. All right, if you want to hear more astrology jokes, you're gonna have to tune in next week. I don't know what to tell you.
Bye, everyone.
Anyone have anything that they want to plug?
Oh, awkward.
Yeah.
Check out my YouTube.
Do you want
It's
to say what it is?
youtube.com/. No, I don't. Find it.
It's somewhere. It's the One
Find
Piece.
me.
It's find my treasure hidden in the Grand Line.
Hope you guys are ready for like
Online.
2,000
Online, there you
episodes
go.
of this campaign.
It's youtube.com/TINTENSEHER. I make videos sometimes.
Oh my god.
And you can check out my Twitch. It's twitch.tv Majora's Rose. I play games and stuff. And we play D&D.
We do.
Yeah.
I don't.
Come to my house. Spend time with me.
See
Oh,
you
there.
Don't worry.
later.
I'll post your address in the description of the video. Or, of the,
Can't
of the
wait.
audio.
The audio.
Seth, what about you?
Yeah, you can check out my horoscope page at www.yahooanswers.com.
Rest in peace.
And I'm once again gonna go ahead and plug Vivid Whisper. Check them out on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We will be hopefully posting the first episode of that. If you want to hear me voice a lovely little gnome character named Blue Bulb, check that out. Hopefully we're posting the episode soon. Vivid Whisper. The show is called Whisperling. With that, I guess court is adjourned, and we will see you all next week.